got to still be yabbies in here, surely.
Hey, you!
You're watching Robbie Fishing. G'day everyone, today I've returned to an old yabbying dam that I used to catch yabbies in a few years ago. It's a long, skinny dam. It looks like a creek, but it's not. It's just a really long, skinny dam in the bush. And I yabbied in here probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I caught quite a few little bait-sized yabbies, but no bigger ones. I don't know whether it's dried out since then or not, or whether it's continued to have water. I just don't know what to expect. So it's a bit of a yabby reconnaissance in a dam that I used to do okay in. I'm going to be putting 2 collapsible bait traps in, both baited with Good dry dog food, my favourite dry dog food to use for this. No, I'm not sponsored by Good I just find that it works better. Some dry dog foods clump up and turn into like a rock, and they're hard to get out of the bait trap, the bait pouch, but Good don't do that. They're easy to empty and they catch yabbies. Anyway, let's get these in and see how they go. I've only got around about half an hour or so before I've got to head off, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in now, then check them in about half an hour or so before I leave, and then I'm going to check them on later. Check them probably 3 or 4 hours time, and I'm passing back through. I'll take them out then. Quite an interesting long skinny dam, this one. Wouldn't mind putting the net over there under that grassy bank, but I just don't know how snaggy it is. Hopefully not too snaggy. Right, now both nets are in. I'll check them in about half an hour or so, and then I'll leave them for a few hours, and that'll be the time that really tells us the most whether there's any yabbies here or not. Half an hour is not a long time with these collapsible bait traps, but 3 or 4 hours should be long enough to give us some kind of idea as to whether this spot's any good for yabbying. Well, half an hour is up. This is the impatient check. I didn't bring a bucket with me. I left it in the car because I don't really want to leave a bucket full of yabbies in the car while I'm in town for the afternoon. Is there any? Well, there's yabbies in here, little ones. Exactly what I caught last time I was here. 2 little bait-sized yabbies. Well, I'll leave them in there. It is hard for them to get out of these nets, but it's not impossible, and they can. 2 little yabbies in the half an hour impatient check. That's very encouraging. Right, there was 2 in the first net. Oh, it's not snagged, so that's a start. Oh, there's one on the outside. There was one on the outside of that I'm pretty sure. None on the inside. I'm pretty sure there was one on the outside. I might just throw it this side. I want it over there under those grasses, but I like the idea of it being upright like that. Righto, so both nets are in. I'll be back in a few hours to check them again. That's rolling down. That's rolling down a steep bank. Look, it's rolling off a log. That's what's happening. Ah, don't be snagged. Is it this log? Is it this log that it's snagged on? Yes, it is. Good. Get it in. Righto. I throw it out that way, away from the commotion. That's better. Right, I'll be back in a few hours to see if I've caught a few yabbies. Last time I was here a few years ago, I caught a few small bait-sized yabbies, and that's what I just caught in that first net, was a couple of bait-sized yabbies. Maybe this is just a great spot for small yabbies. We'll find out in a few hours. Rightio, now I'm back. It's been about 4 hours. Big shout out to Photo Supplies Camera House in Albury, JB Hi-Fi and the Hume Bank for helping me get out of trouble because I hadn't set up banking on my new phone yet. Anyway, on the way back I found a really cool goanna. Have a look at the photos of this goanna while I walk down to check the nets. What a beautiful goanna that was. Anyway, this used to be a bit of a hotspot for small yabbies and no big yabbies. I don't need any small yabbies, so I'm just experimenting. If there's some big ones here, I'll take them for a feed, but I don't like my chances. There's certainly a lot of yabbies. Oh, there might be a feed in there, you know. After getting 2 small ones early on, oh, look at that. There is a few in here, you beauty. I'll just empty them all in there for now. There's not a lot. I've actually got half a dozen at home that I've kept that are from a recent yabbying trip that weren't really big enough. So even if I just get half a dozen nice ones... Oh, that was close. Did I flick one back in there then? I think I did. Hopefully I can see on camera whether I did or not. I don't want them little ones. I don't want to get bitten on the finger either. Right, you can go back. You can stay. You can go back. You can go back. You can go back. You can definitely go back. You can go back. I think I threw 6 back and kept 4. Well, I've got half a dozen at home. I'm not going to have a feed here. I'll just check them for eggs. None there, none there, none there, none there. All good. Ah, awesome. This was better than I thought. I think I threw back 6, maybe 7, and I've kept 4. Well, this went a lot better than I thought it would. I'll put some water on with these 4 yabbies because even if there isn't any in the other dam, I reckon I'll take these 4 and put them with the half a dozen that I've got at home. Although surely if I just caught 10 in that net, surely there's got to be something in here. There's weight, there's flicking, there's definitely something in here. Oh, it's very similar. Maybe not quite as much size. I can't really tip them out into the bucket or onto the grass here. I'll have to try and find a spot where there's where it's a little bit clearer. Yeah, in this mud. Over here. Are you all out? Right, 1, 2, they're not huge, but they'll do. 3, 4. So I've kept 8. Here's a bit small. Yep, a bit small. Those 4 can go back, and I kept. So there must have been 8 in that net. 4 and 4. Beauty. Well, I think I kept 4 and 4, so I kept 8. And I think I threw back 7 or 8 and 4. I threw back 10 or a dozen. Look, I've caught about 18 or 20 yabbies. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm taking 8 home to go with half a dozen nice sized ones that I've got at home. So I've got a feed of yabbies to go home to. And I've discovered that a dam that used to be good is still good. I never caught any size in here years ago. They were all really small, but now there's size in here. Hopefully I can get back here before things cool down too much in the autumn. Thank you all very much for watching.